Okay, he's Nick here, and I'm making another Cactus Puncher Christmas video. So, if you remember correctly, the last time I installed this tusk shift lever here, just because my spare lever was bent, so I didn't want to have a bent spare lever on the bike, so I decided to buy a fancy tusk one. So, but so continuing on, we got the Warp9 chain guide. So I noticed when I was cleaning the chain after LAB2V that the chain guide is broken here, the lower chain guide. The drivetrain has been thoroughly beaten up on this bike. If you remember, before LAB2V, I had changed this chain slider here, the little dealie that protects the swing arm from the chain sliding on it. It had a big hole over here that you couldn't. That was like really hard to see. You had to only see it from one direction. So, so I replaced that. So it looks like I've got to replace this one next. So you can see here, it's really hard to tell it's broken too. I've got about 37,000 miles on the bike, and that's what it looks like now. So it still looks okay. It's not like the blocks, the little slider pad down here is worn out or anything. It's still in good shape, you know. Look at that. So yeah, surprised that I've heard people breaking them and stuff, but I've never broken one on a bike before. So. And well, until now. so you can see here, when I push on it, there's a big crack right here. So it's cracked here and cracked here. There's literally only the back part is holding it on now. It could like pretty much come off any moment. So we'll go ahead and replace that. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah. So I have decided that the Cactus Puncher will be. I think we can still get some life out of it as an adventure bike. So I've decided to keep it as my adventure bike for now. Yeah, I can't really afford to buy another bike anyway, so the DR is the one. So yeah, even though it's got the bent subframe, I've decided. Oh, I just ordered some luggage for this bike too. It is I bought a giant loop bag, so that's coming. so yeah. But anyway, look forward to that video later. Today's video will focus on the Warp9 chain guide install. So there it is. This is the Warp9 chain guide install. Chain guide. The part number is 91 DR guide. So that's the one you want. And you can see from the box, so this is what it comes with. It comes in a nice plastic box that already has a crack down here. I don't know how that happened. And it has, you can see the chain, clearly see the chain guide inside. And it comes with a Warp9 sticker. Ooh. I don't think I'm kind of like stickered out on the bike already. There's like literally no room on the bike for stickers anymore. But yeah, so let's go open it up and we'll have a closer look at what's inside. Okay, so here's the box open. There you go. You get the Warp9 sticker. You get a plastic block here. This is where the chain slides on. And then you get the chain guide. Oh, that's interesting. There's two plastic blocks. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. I get the feel. Oh, maybe this one. Oh, this is the top part. This is the part that goes right here, I think. But it would be nice if they had some kind of instructions on it, but they don't. And then a box with some fastening hardware, which consists of two long Allen head type bolts, they look like they're M6s, and one small bolt, and then looks like some spacers. Oh boy, some spacers and some locking nuts. So let's go get to installing this guy. So this DR has never had a chain. What's the word? Chain cover. It's yeah, it's never had one. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the way all my DRs come. They never have one. I don't know why. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go remove the stock chain guide. I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we got the I got a 10mm impact driver here and a 10mm wrench. So I think that's all we need to take it off. Hopefully, we'll just start taking stuff off. So it looks like. Not sure if, okay, that just comes right off, and that's it. Oh, I see. Okay, so oh, I'm missing a piece here. I'm looking closely. I'm like, hey, there's another piece that broke off right here. So this, I believe there's supposed to be a plastic piece that goes straight down here. How it broke, I have no idea. It's not in a place that would, well, a rock may have hit it. I don't know, but yeah, if you rode by a rock or something that was like taller than the tire, it might snag on this guy. But yeah, so okay, so this one, yeah, so really there's two bolts holding it on right now, but there's actually a third one right here. So this one's got to come off too. Ooh, it just spins. I don't want to mess my hand up. Just use a wrench on this guy. So yeah, there's nothing to. It's not holding itself anymore. Like it's not keeping itself from spinning because there's just this tiny piece of plastic holding it on. So there we go. So that's the stock unit. I believe to get it off the chain, you gotta either take your chain off, or you gotta take these screws off. So we'll go ahead and do that next. Screwdriver dealy here. I think it would have been easier if I left it on the bike. Let's just put it back on real quick. And also, all these bolts are all the same size. It's kind of weird. The new one has different size ones. So just to hold it in place, I'll kind of put it back. So your swing arm has these little tabs to hold it on. I want some gloves. So just gonna take this out. And there you have it. So let's go take these out. All right. So there is the stock chain guide out. Let's go take a quicker look at this guy. So that is my 37,000 mile Cactus Puncher DR650 chain guide right there, which consists of yeah. So this is what the lower chain guide looks like on the DR. I believe it was something like this. Yeah. So like the bottom part was basically holding it together. If these bottom screws weren't on there, this thing would have just fallen apart. Most of it would have fallen apart. You'd probably just have this part here, but for the most part, it looks like it's a pretty good unit. It's withstood the abuse that I put this bike through till now. And this is the stock guiding block. It still looks like it's okay shape. There's still some meat left in it. I'd imagine when you get to the screws, then you're done. It's time to get a new one. But yeah, so this one is it's done, man. It's not really, there wasn't really much holding it on. These were holding it on. there was another plastic piece that came out. I don't even know where that plastic piece went. It just kind of fell out somewhere. But yeah, there was another plastic piece holding it together to the top, which is I have, oh, right here. So this is supposed to be up here. I know it's like trying to put a puzzle back together, and this was down there. So it broke here and it broke here. So all this and this came off. I don't know if this came from one incident or if it's just this, you know, after 37,000 miles of rough riding, that's what happened. But it hung in there pretty good, pretty long. But so I believe I was shopping for a bunch of chain guards, some used chain guards or chain guides, and they go around like $50 or something. So that's about how much the Warp9 costs. So I said, like, hey, let's just buy the Warp9 one. So this is it right here. So I'd imagine, oh, okay, that's why you have that second block. So I'm not really sure how to install this. I think, well, I mean, it's gonna go like this, obviously. I think it goes like this, or maybe it goes, let's see if this even lines up. Okay, it does line up. Something tells me, okay, it's, this unit is much thinner. It is much thinner than the stock unit. This is also, I believe this is also designed to work on the older DRs too. So when you look at this guy, sorry, it gets all silhouetted. Let me go move the light. Okay, so I'm looking here, and it's not gonna fit if you put it though. If you install it the exact same way as the stock chain guide, it will not fit. Basically, wait. Yeah, so it was like this actually. Yeah, if you install it like this, I would think it would go like this or something, but it doesn't. It just goes like this. So I believe, I think I kind of figured it out. But yeah, so there's a top. I don't know what you call it. It's a block. There's these plastic blocks, and one of them goes on the top, and one of them goes on the bottom. So it's already dirty. There it is. I believe it goes like that. And then these blocks are the ones that the chain, you know, it hits when the chain whips up and down. It hits these. So yeah, I probably hit it really hard and snapped it. So it's interesting. There's an extra hole here in the center. I don't know what it's for, but it looks like, so it looks like you gotta we gotta use these, everything in this package. So there's these spacers. I believe the spacers go on the front here to get it in the right alignment, because you can see, as you can see, oh yeah, so we're gonna have to take it apart again. No, you don't have to. Okay, this is actually a little better than, it's a little easier to install than the stock one, sort of, kind of. So it's gonna go like this, and the spacers help align the chain guide, put it in the right position. So what I think we got to do is we have to put the spacer here along where the three mounting points are on the top, and with the part like that's facing towards us, and then we just gotta stick the blocks in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Shouldn't be too hard, but yeah, you got this sliding block down here, and this right here, the guide blocks. It works very similar to this guy here. Basically, all your drivetrain guiding components are, well, the DR is supposed to have two. There's a lower chain roller here. There's an upper chain roller somewhere around here. but I took it off. I think it's right here. So there's supposed to be one right here, but that doesn't do anything. So they say it doesn't do anything. Just take it off because it'll just they break off and they destroy your frame. So, and this slider here. So that's all part of your chain stuff. And everything is still working good on the bike, sort of, kind of. So let's go ahead and install it. Okay. So first step, I believe. So I think you can get away with doing this, and then sliding this in here. Wait, hold on. So the way, yeah. So slide it this way. Whoop. Got it backwards. Just make sure it's in there. Just make sure it looks right. It's supposed to look like there's not supposed to be anything sticking out. So, okay, so that's kind of in there already. I think what we want to do, before we do that, let's put this bolt right here. Put this bolt right here so we got something to hang it on. But unlike the other one, where you have to take one of the blocks off. Well, one of the blocks are already off anyway, so yeah, you have to take one of the blocks off, but one of them is already not taken off, so that you can just put it on like this from the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this little packet here. Oh yeah, we can't use the 10mm anymore. It's a totally different mounting system. So, all right. Okay, good. So I got here is 5mm Allen T-handle dealy. So we're gonna go mount it right here, right now. So you got one of these spacers here. Ooh. Okay. I'm not really sure. Thanks a lot. All I can say is thanks a lot, Warp9. No instructions at all. I'm thinking this one is the short one. There's a shorter bolt. We're gonna go put that one first. Ooh, you know what? You know what? I don't know. I guess the washer goes on the outside. That would seem more proper if it was on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this one on the outside. It's a pretty thick washer. Meow. Got all this here. And you gotta get a nut behind it. Everything. Just do it by hand for now. Okay. Now it's just kind of holding itself up now. So now what I can do is slide this block in here like so, and then get your washers ready. Yeah, because so the old hardware had flanged heads on it, as the new ones do not have flanged heads. So that's why you gotta have the washer on the outside. That's my guess. So go ahead and get those washers ready. That. Go ahead and just put it the same way you put the other one. You got a, and then it's kind of hard to get everything all lined up, but it looks like I got it. Good job. I did it. It's not lining up in the back though. What the hell? Right, hold on. Let's get all this stuff situated first. Yeah, why doesn't it line up on the back? What's going on here? Oh, it's like crooked or something. Okay. I don't know. I had it in there kind of crooked, sort of, kind of. But anyway, that looks like how it's supposed to be. All right, and then all that's left are the nuts. You just install the nuts on the back. So right now it's just kind of just hanging off there, not bolted on anything. Okay. Pull it out a little bit so I can get the nut in there. Okay, so there it is. It's just not tightened yet. I'm going to go ahead and get my Allen wrench, and it does use a 10mm just for nuts though. So I'm going to use the 10mm to hold the nuts in place. Let's do the ones on the outside first. Just tighten a little bit first. And then it seems like the hardest one. Just reach over the chain here. Get it in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put a good amount of torque into it, just snug it really well. It's got lock washers, so it shouldn't come off. It shouldn't come off. What I might want to do is put a little bit of Loctite on the back of those. I don't think I'm ever going to take this off. This will probably last the life of the bike. However much life this bike has left in it. So yeah, what I might want to do is put some Loctite on it, or some kind of thread locking compound so it doesn't come out again. It does have a locking nut, but yeah. Definitely don't want this thing to come loose, you know. Okay, there it is. There it is. There's your Warp9 chain guide. It's a shame that you can't really. It's like kind of like pushed back there, so you can't really see what's going on with it. So the benefits of having this is it's like all, I think it's aluminum. If this doesn't stick to it, yeah, it's aluminum. So it's aluminum versus the nylon chain guide the stock one is. So it should be stronger, hopefully. It should be stronger. It mounts differently than the stock one. The stock one was a lot easier to remove, in my opinion. Yeah. You can buy. I think you can buy extra sliding blocks too. These guys. Hey, you might even be able to use just the old one too. But yeah, when they get worn out, you can buy new ones. But this bike has 37,000 miles, and this one looks like it's still got some life left in it. So I don't think I'll ever have to replace it. We'll see. But that's how it looks like when it's done. Look over here. So your chain should not be touching it at all. Like it, I mean, it will hit it if you go left and right, side to side. It does hit it, but when the chain is moving, it shouldn't really touch it at all. It should just kind of just float there. But yeah, as this chain like kind of whips around, it's gonna hit these blocks here, and hopefully it will withstand the test of time. It's already kind of dirty, but that's how it's held in there. It looks okay. I kind of don't like how it doesn't install like the stock one. They could have just added. You could have just welded some spacers onto there, you know, and it would be a lot easier. Plus, this part, yeah, the nut back there. The nut back there is pretty close to the sprocket. It doesn't touch at all, so that's good. So there it is. That's what it looks like. It definitely looks. It's more blingy, but it looks smaller. It looks a lot less beefier than the stock one. But this one had to be that way. This one has to be beefier because it's plastic, and you can see plastic cracks very easily. So I did a pretty good number on this one. So hopefully this one will last longer. So there you go. That is the Cactus Puncher. That is the second Cactus Puncher Christmas special video. The Warp9 chain guide. This is the 91 DR guide. Yeah, 91 DR guide. I wish Warp9 had included some instructions. Maybe they do have some on their website. I don't know, but I did figure it out myself. So I'm wondering why. I'm wondering why there's a extra hole here in the center. Does it go all the way through? Yes, it does go all the way through. Yeah, it's interesting. There's another hole in the center. Perhaps you can stick another bolt in here with a nut. Yep, you sure can. So why there are 3 holes? Like the stock design only has 2 holes on the bottom, while this one has 3 holes that go through it. Why there's 3 and they only give you 2? I don't know. It's very odd. Maybe the earlier model DR had something else going on in that area, but the second revision, or the newest model DR650 has this guy, and it's only 2 bolts. So, and that one is with only 2 bolts, but they have a 3rd hole in the center. I thought that's kind of odd. But there it is. Alright, cool deal. Here's Miguel. Just in case you're wondering what the chain guide looks like, when it's the way it's supposed to kind of be, it's supposed to kind of be something like this here. Yeah. Something like that. Without this big piece of plastic missing here. It tried to lighten itself is what's going on here. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. And it's in one piece. All right.